welcome to another episode of the Atheist Hangout. My name is Doka Soita. I am a proud atheist, skeptic, and critical thinker. Our topic for today is hope and optimism beyond religion. Hope and optimism beyond religion. What inspired this topic? It came from a conversation that I had with a friend of mine who is a believer. And she was telling me, Dorcas, now that you're an atheist, where do you get your hope from? Because especially Christianity, modern day Christianity, the charismatic version, often centers on hope, on giving people encouragement and motivation. You know, some of the verses that they like quoting include Jeremiah 33:11. I know the plans I have for you, plans for a future and a hope. Or Psalms 123, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in still waters. They have all of these numerous verses to build hope and optimism in people. And they've almost made it seem as though they have a monopoly on the concept. But today, we would like to debunk that myth and show individuals that indeed hope, if that is the members here think hope is necessary. Maybe it could be overblown, who knows, by the church. We'll discover. As we said, in atheism, in skepticism, all opinions are valid. This is not a dogma. It is not a religion. We don't have a creed that you all have to think this way. Maybe some of us might hold a different perspective on the same. But for those who think that hope has some kind of utility in life, maybe they will give us their take on how they find it beyond religion, outside of religion. That is the background. And to kick off the discussion, we'll begin obviously with the definition of hope and optimism. You can pick either of the two. Tell us what's your understanding of this, and perhaps give us an example in your life where you think hope was relevant or optimism was relevant.
In fact, talking about hope, I want to ask my colleagues here, is hope real or something fictional? Because I'm hanging right now. I don't know exactly what hope is. So is it in the mind or it's in reality? Thanks.
For example, if you are in a bad situation, for example, you are sick, you are given hope by the doctor or even by your relative or by your friends that very soon you are going to move out from that situation of sickness and you are going to go back to your normal routine. So hope is very important because it encourages somebody to keep waiting for a certain good thing that is coming. Even if it's not, there is nothing maybe will come, but at least that hope will help that person to continue having some happiness inside him because of that hope. So for me, hope is very important. Although sometimes we move to an extent. Because for example, you can tell somebody there is hope tomorrow he will be a billionaire. Something that is very illogical, something that does not make sense, and something that is impossible. That kind of hope is not good. We will only destroy that person, or we will make that person become more lazy. But if you tell that person, if you work hard, you will be able to pay your rent, you will be able to bring up your children or to do something else, that will encourage that person to keep trying or to keep looking for a job so that he may be able to get that help. But some hope will only destroy somebody because you are trying to tell that person to overwork or not to work at all. Yeah, it can depend which kind of the hope you are having, and the hope must be practical. For example, if you are sick malaria, when somebody is wishing you well and tell you will recover soon, that hope is practical because we have seen many people getting malaria and get healed. But if somebody is infected by HIV, then you are trying to tell that person, don't worry, very soon you are going to get healed. That kind of hope is useless. So we must look which hope is practical, that we can be able to encourage somebody with. Because some encouragement can be very stupid. For example, encouraging somebody who is ill in cancer stage 4, telling him or her, very soon you are going to get well. That is kind of hope is useless. But if it's in stage 1, you can tell us in a few days or in a few months you will get well, and that is practical. So let hope be practical, but not in a delusion way. Thank you.
What is hope? So the way I can describe hope is that hope is a desire or anticipation of something to happen, and or something to be true. Like for me, as I said, when I was still going to university, I was hoping that one day I'll graduate, and it turned out to be as I expected. I ended up graduation. I ended up graduating. I also hope for many things. I hope that I'll be I'll be safe. I hope I don't get abducted. I hope that I don't get sick. You know, I hope for many things. And as I hope for many things, I also do something about it. Like when I hope, I'm hoping to not get abducted or not to or to be safe. I also take care of myself. I don't just do things anyhowly and just hope that I'll be safe. Or if I hope not to get sick, I also take care of my health, as I hope not to get sick, a sickness that might take away my life. So as I also hope, I do something about the things I'm hoping for. And one of us has asked, is hope real? Of course, for me, hope is real. Hope is real, it is not something that you can touch, but it is something that you that is there in your desire for it. So it is real.
Yeah, for me, as a skeptic, atheist, and using critical thinking, hope doesn't exist. So even religious people say faith without works is nothing. So I believe in putting the work, putting the effort, then wait for results. Hope does nothing. Work, effort, wait for results. Thanks.
Okay, so my brother Muruki, you are a farmer, and when you plant those seeds, do you know that those seeds will germinate and become whatever plantations or whatever things you want, or you know? Do you hope or you know? The thing is, you hope because something might happen. Maybe a terrible rainfall might happen and sweep away those plants, or someone can bring their animals, and those animals will eat those the plantation. So after you have planted those seeds, you hope that they'll germinate and become whatever food you've planted in that chamber. So there is no way you can tell me that hope does not exist.
So, yeah, for my friend...
But that doesn't mean it's not real.
Yeah, for me, I'll call hope useless because it has zero effect, because it will do nothing. Whether I hope or not, what will happen will happen. If the rain comes, or a storm comes, or animals come and eat the plants, that's beyond my control. So whether I hope or not, it has zero effect. Thanks.
I believe hope is real because my friend here, Easton, believed he was going to graduate, and he worked on it. He didn't just sit down and hope. You don't just sit down and hope. You have to work on things for things to work. Things cannot just work on their own. Okay? So when you plant, you have to keep checking your seeds. If there is no rainfall, you have to irrigate. Find the best method of irrigation for the kind of crop you have planted. So you saying that hope is useless? No, I object that. Hope is very useful depending on the situation. And whatever you have planned, even if it's you hope you are gonna get paid to kill someone, of course you have to take action. and the take of action is a sign of hope.
Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm an atheist. So we're talking about hope. Hope is actually, first of all, very important, and it is real. It doesn't work like tuseme ati it has an effect, but it is real because it's something kitu unatarajia. If we were to put it in Swahili, ni kitu unatarajia. You're hoping something is going to work, and lack of hope, sasa the opposite of it is hopelessness. And hopelessness, you can actually even see the effect of hopelessness. You become a callous person, someone who has no motivation to do something. And the very extreme effects of some things like hopelessness is suicide, you see. So a person who has no hope in tomorrow, you think tomorrow things are going to get worse, things are not going to get better, or there's no point to whatever I am doing right now or wherever I am, or even my own value. I have no value in my life, and so what's the point in living tomorrow? How do I know? Maybe tomorrow I would have won the jackpot, you know? Things would have been better for me, or maybe tomorrow, I don't know, just something nice would have happened. But because of hopelessness, you become suicidal, you become even drug addicts. Sometimes you find people who don't have the strength to even commit suicide, someone becomes a drug addict or just an addict of something, or you become a violent person to try and remove those feelings of hopelessness and negative things that you have about yourself. So I believe hope is good because hope makes you look forward to the future, and it gives you even energy to be able to do things right now, because you know, if I sow this hard work right now, tomorrow I will sow something better. I will reap something better because nime sow something nice right now, you see. So hope is what lies between right now and the future. And it exists, it is real, it exists, and it is also very important because lack thereof leads to self-sabotage. Yeah.
Rachel, that was such an insightful definition because it uses clarity by contrast for you to understand why something is important and why something exists. Look at the opposite, look at its absence. And that's what she did. And in fact, it has preempted the next question, which I would like us to ponder as I give my definition of hope, which is, what is the importance of hope in someone's life? And you can use her approach. Consider a life without hope. What would you not be able to do without hope? Oh, and also remember, optimism is also in the mix. So if you can include optimism, do so. As I give my definition was derived from a philosophy website, not just the dictionary, but even the dictionary alludes to this. So the dictionary says, pardon me, I have a really bad cold, but I hope I will get better tomorrow. Touche, Morioki. So the dictionary or that website defines hope as a desire, a belief that the desire will be fulfilled, and an active attempt to bring it about where possible. Those are three components. Hope is a desire, and a desire is a feeling, okay? It's a feeling, it's an emotion that people have. Just like the way you can have joy, you can have grief, etc. You can also have hope. It's a feeling, it's an emotion. And all emotions are real, okay? So you have to have the desire for something. I hope I'll get a job. I hope I'll get a husband, or I'll get laid. I hope I will arrive home safely. Yeah, so it's a desire. It has to have a positive spin to it. It can't be something negative. It's a desire, number one. Number two, a belief that the desire will be fulfilled. So you have to believe that the desire will be fulfilled. This is what distinguishes hope from wishful thinking or a wish. A wish is just the desire. You just desire it, but you don't believe that it is possible. You may not believe that it is possible to achieve it. So somebody who has hope believes that the desire will be fulfilled. And 3, which is the part Morioki is missing, is an active attempt to bring it about where possible, right? So I can say, I hope that I'll meet someone to date. Yet I never go out. I never make passes at anybody. I never talk to anybody. I avoid strangers. I've not made any positive attempt to do it. Or I hope I will, the example Nyambura gave, I hope I will become rich, yet you make no positive attempt to achieve that richness. So you will never be rich. Those are the 3 ingredients essential to hope. What is optimism? Optimism is looking at a situation and focusing on the positive aspect of it. Yeah, if at all it has one, because there are some situations where actually there's nothing positive, but most situations there's a positive aspect and negative. There's a glass that is half full and half empty. So optimism entails looking at the glass as half full. So given those clarifications, and finally, I just have to tell Morioki this because he's generated a lot of controversy. He's saying that hope is not real because it's in the mind. Of course, there are so many things that are in the mind. It is an abstract concept, and as I said, it is a feeling. It's an emotion. Many emotions are you can't touch them like this cup, yeah, or this pen, but they exist. They are concepts, and we've been struggling with this on the WhatsApp group, Morioki and abstract concepts. So he's saying that hope is not real because it doesn't affect anything. It doesn't change anything, and I dispute that. That leads us into the second question, which is, what is the importance of hope? Let's hear from you guys. Let's debunk Morioki, but if he has something else to say, he can say it as he gives his contribution on that question.
Yeah, so I want to ask El Maestro, does he know anybody who studied like him and hoped to pass but still failed? Then also, if somebody wants to commit suicide and they hope for a rope or for pills, what kind of hope is that? Because they'll hope to get a rope to hang themselves or to get pills. Now that hope, what is that? Because they want to die and they're hoping to get a drug or something to kill themselves. What's that hope? Thank you.
I want to tell my friend here in that hope could be, it depends on what you want to do. If I want to commit suicide, of course I hope it works. It is still hope. Does not negate it's not hope. If you want to do farming, if you want to plant and hope your farming, the crops will grow, that is still hope. Yeah. On suicide, for people who are pro-suicide, they don't see anything wrong with me hoping to die. They don't see anything wrong. So it depends with the person. That's my meaning. Because if I gave you a good example, if I am an assassin and I'm paid to assassinate a certain politician, I hope it works so I can get paid. That is still hope.
But the action
So whether the action is negative, objectively, or positive, it doesn't matter. What matters is I hope, and I'm going to try to execute that so I can get paid. That's maybe how I look for money. We can't.
No.
Hope is hope. Regardless of what you're doing.
Tumesema it's a desire.
Yes. Whether you are a serial killer, hope is hope. It has, because you really have to work on things. Hata hii hope tungeipeleka WhatsApp. Tulikuwa tumeagree tuipeleke WhatsApp. Now I'm saying if I'm a serial killer and I'm told to kill certain someone.
1, 2.
No, I think atuelewani.
Ebo repeat your two hopes.
Hope into two, negative and positive, and this is very subjective because if someone is getting paid to kill someone, to them that is positive, and killing actually depends on your personality. If you believe killing is wrong, of course you won't kill. But if I believe I don't see any problem with killing to get paid, of course I'll do it.
Killing is always wrong. Killing a person is always wrong. For human beings, it's always wrong. That's why
We're talking about hope.
They are quotes. But hoping to kill someone. Hoping to kill someone.
No, I was saying you're trying to divide hope into two, right?
Hope is neither negative.
Okay.
Or nor positive.
Okay, for me, I would say hope, you hope for something and you aim to do that, or you aim to focus to get the result that you are hoping for. For example, for just the way Nyambura have seen about the assassin, I can hope I will successfully kill a certain politician for me to get paid. So I can fail to accomplish my mission. So my hope will went wrong, but I can succeed. So if I succeed, my hope will be successful. So there is no negative hope or positive hope. Both are a hope. You achieve something or you not achieve. You can plant something and hope to get harvest, but your hope may fail. Maybe best time come and
So here's
the
the
next
thing,
topic.
Morioki, it seems as though you don't understand the concept of probabilities. When you hope, you anticipate that your desire will be fulfilled. You are not 100% sure it will happen. It may or may not. So if there is no chance of it ever happening, yeah? For instance, you believing that you will become a billionaire, if there's almost zero chance of that happening, then that is delusional thinking. That isn't hope. Or that is the toxic positivity or the toxic hope that Nyambura was talking about. Then, if there is 100% chance that something is happening, there's no need to hope. You know that it will happen. I know that when I pour out the contents in this cup, they will fall down. I don't need to hope. I know. There's almost 100, almost, because something can happen, I don't know. Somebody can come and interfere and prevent it from falling to the floor. But it's very likely that it will happen. So in that regard, I don't need to hope because I already know. Hope only comes in when you're not sure. You may or may not. So it becomes reasonable hope when there's a likelihood that it will occur and you take positive actions to do so. But something can happen. Eston may wish to have a job, but then something can happen. He can do all he can. Yeah, he can go for interviews, he can do this and that, but something can happen. Maybe the TSC become corrupt and they decide that they are no longer going to recruit people who are not related to the officials in the Teacher Service Commission. Yeah, so something, it's not 100% guaranteed that that desire will be fulfilled, but it helps you along the way to accomplish that thing. Otherwise, you will be passive. You won't take action if you don't have hope. That's the thing.
The simple answer is yes, hope does exist. It's not tangible. It's not something that you can see. It's not visible. Like many have said, it's just a feeling, right? It's a desire. You have a certain expectation that something will come true. That's all hope is. It may or may never come true. And now here is where I strangely agree with Muriuki. Does this thing directly affect the outcomes? Something strange about that is the answer is no. Hope doesn't actually directly affect the outcome of whatever it is that you're doing. It's other inputs that do affect, but hope as what I would like to call a placebo effect. It keeps you going, right? So instead of just saying, okay, it doesn't matter, you just try. A good example, I saw a job being advertised, right? I didn't get it, of course, but I still applied. I know why I didn't get it, probably because in the list of requirements, they needed a master's degree, which I didn't have, but I didn't care. I just said, I'm gonna apply. Maybe, who knows? Now that is hope. Who knows? I might get it. I have gotten jobs before that I hadn't qualified for, like academically speaking, right? I did not have the papers for that job, but I got it because I could do it, right? You give me this job, I'm gonna kick ass. It doesn't matter whether I have the papers or not. So that is what hope is all about. It's not that it is going to make you get that thing, but you just expect that it's going to come true. Does it really affect the outcome? The answer is no. I agree 100% with you there. But should we not have hope just because it's not going to affect things?
No.
The thing is, not everybody needs hope. You can actually get by without hoping for things to go your way. You can. You can just live by input, output. Like, if I need that thing to happen, I'm just gonna have to do what I need to do and wait for results. You can live like that. However, for the vast majority, many people, most people actually require that thing. I said it's just a placebo effect. And surprisingly, that's all humans need most of the time. You can even get better, or rather appear to, or feel better when you are sick just by hoping that you're gonna get better. You can. We are not saying your disease has gone away. No, it's still there. You still need the treatment. But because you are hopeful, that placebo effect kind of shields the devastating effects of the disease itself. So to many, hope is actually important. I don't think I need it personally, to be quite honest. I just know if I need that thing done, I have to do it or get someone who can. That's the only way we are going to move forward. And by the way, that's the only way things actually move forward, not by hoping. If you are a farmer, you want to plant crops, it doesn't matter how much you hope. If it doesn't rain and you do not irrigate your crops, you're getting zero out of it. But for someone, that little hope, that thing that doesn't even work, is what keeps them moving. So to most people, yes, it's important. But to some of us, few people, I don't care. I will not need to hope. I will just need to do what's needed.
Thank you for this important topic about the hope. I will also say hope is not something that we can touch, but it's something that is very essential, that is helping us a lot. So hope is just a social construct, and it helps us. When you hope something, the importance of that is that you'll never give up, or you'll not be heartbroken. So you will be able to live happily because you are hoping something good or a good result is coming. So when you have that positivity, hope is like having positivity in you. So when you have that positivity, that is where you can be able to live comfortably without the panic, without any fear. So you'll be have some joy in you because you are hoping something good is coming. So important of hope is that because it enables somebody to live healthy,